Hello everyone and welcome back to Krastorio 2. This is Otaku Showboat. If you've been enjoying the series thus far, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below the video. Consider hitting that great big blue join button to become an erudite otaku and turn that blue button gray, as well as support me on Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you are so inclined and able. When we last met, I set up a massively scaled production of the Immersite powder through converting Immersite ore into matter, and then matter into powder, because that's totally reasonable. Because that's a totally normal and reasonable thing to do. Just take Immersite, convert it to matter, and then process the matter into powder. Yeah. It says transform matter into intermediate products using a charged stabilizer. It doesn't do that though. I don't need charged stabilizer. Like, what? It charges antimatter, like it makes antimatter, but none of this uses like that stuff. I think it's an outdated tooltip. Yeah, I think we've got an outdated tooltip here. Transform matter into intermediate products using a charged stabilizer. Yeah, it doesn't use charged stabilizers anymore. Or if it yeah, it doesn't, for me anyway, use the charged stabilizers. I don't know if that's a setting or not. But yeah, tooltip be wrong this time for that particular building. Now, from here, what do we do? Gosh, well, I've scaled up the Immersite crystals, I've scaled up the rare metals, I've got to scale up the lithium sulfur batteries, I guess. I've done... Well, I need singularity beacons. I need to get more singularity beacons to continue finishing the build on this up here. All of the electronic parts. Because, well, I need lots of parts. I need all of the parts. All of the parts must be mine, but as you can see, we are currently meeting our demands on the electronic parts, so not the highest item on the agenda. There is also the low-density structures, of course. Have we addressed any of that? At this point, we've got not that many in the grand scheme of things due to, well, this doesn't use purple belt, so I know I haven't really addressed this yet. I have nowhere near the 78.56 that I need. You know, the 80 that I need. I should have the steel. I don't have the copper at this point in time. I don't have the copper. How many trains? I have 3 trains on copper. 1 is sitting and waiting, so I know that I am currently producing enough copper for my needs, but as soon as I scale this up, I will not have even remotely enough copper. So let's see, 6 times 60 is 360, if at the full amount, so we are a bit short currently. Just a little bit. With purple belt and with singularity beacons, would absolutely have enough stuffs. Like, I would be able to push this higher, much higher. Or just copy-paste it and go from there with purple belts. That'll give me the full copper. Not worried about that this moment in time. What I would look at first is plastic, 285. This is not 285.8 down here. And that'll be what I look at first thing. Now that I have been restocked, eventually I'm gonna pick up the advanced. You know what? I'm a little tired of this. Let's pick up those advanced solar panels. Give me like 100. Come on, robots. I know I've got the advanced solar panels. Just bring them to me. Whatever I've got of them. There you go. And allow my Constructobots to place these. Robots are about to be faster, by the way. Alright, there we go. Finish this off. There you go. Oh, hello? Accumulators? Sure. Robots are faster now. And they're gonna get even faster. Oh, joy. Even faster. 20,000, though. 5, 20, and then 5 again. What? So you're gonna need 20,000 of stuff that's not singularity tech, and then you add the singularity tech, and then suddenly it's 5 again. 5 and then 20. Whatever. I do like speed though. I love the speed. Batteries help. Cargo helps. Inserter cap helps more though. Like, at this point, really, like, yeah, I can do the matter conversion stuff. It doesn't matter. The matter conversion, it does not matter to me. It's just superfluous text. Just text for the sake of text. Okay. Have you brought me, like, these things? Yes. Good. Still waiting on those underground belts, but I do understand that it takes longer to get those. Well, there we go. That is this finally done. Finally done. And I know I can simply copy one of these builds and attach the output directly to a quantum, or the transceiver, and just wait until it gets the full charge, but I'm not going to do that. Like, I could power it out of the biofuel perpetual power stuff, because it will never stop. That's a bit of stuff. This makes 188, yeah, 188. I need 285. So I need a little bit more than that. I'm already at my limit, pretty much, of the throughput of a pipe, so... And I would have a harder time of getting more output from this without having a separate building with a dedicated output set. Which is why I'm going to have a dedicated output set here. This is going to go, I don't know, there. And then I need... We'll just input like this. So now I'm making enough. I need at least... I'm sad because this is 3. And then upgrade all of this. Where's my upgrade planner go? I need more output. I need more output. Because I need to output 376.32 divided by 90 would be... Oh, it would be 5? It's a bit more than 4. Because 4 times 9 would be 36. It would be 360 at 4, so I need to add 1 more. Which means I need to add 2 more. That's what that means. I need to add 2 more. Or one that is split. Or 2 that mix. There you go. Enjoy your plastic! Yeah, let's not have these be limited on the amount that they hold. That seems like laughable at this point. It's like, why would these wagons be limited? I know it's 400 times 80, but that's 400 times 80 divided by 376. That's less than a minute and a half of production per wagon. Per full wagon. Less than a minute and a half of production. I did do that math right, yes? It's 400 times 80 is the amount that gets stored in an entire train with both wagons, and then if I get 376 a second, that's nearly an entire stack a second, right? Nearly an entire stack every second. Alright, you can lose your limitations at this point. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. So that's that one. I worry slightly. I'm not worried at all. I'm making thousands of sulfuric acid. I'm like, I'm worried slightly about my sulfuric acid. No, I'm not. No, I am not in the slightest worried about sulfuric acid. Alright, let's head on up to copper. You are getting the upgrade treatment on all of the belt. And loaders and such. And yeah, I get that, I don't actually have enough loaders and undergrounds. I'm sad, not enough loaders and undergrounds to do these upgrades, so noes. Let's grab more. Gotta get more. Am I, like, able... Like, I'm as fast as a train. I am as fast as a train with rocket fuel. Right? You have rocket fuel. I am as fast as a train with rocket fuel. That's how fast I am with my character right now. I don't need to ride a train. Like, if you were wondering why I walk around like I do, it's because I am literally as fast as a train with rocket fuel. Let's see, where am I making those purples? Down here. You are basically processing as fast as you can, with the exception of the low density structures not being enough brought in per cycle. Well, sure, you can go faster with better stuff. Yeah, just bring way more low density structures. Like, I don't see a reason not to have a lot more low density structures brought in. Same with those. I need bigger. I need much bigger buffers. Gib buffers. Lots. Gib lots buffer. Buffer. Boofer. I need boofer. I need to have these. More so than I need the belt in my inventory. I need my undergrounds. They're very important. I might use the Spidertron eventually. We shall see. Now, how's the green belt going? How's the blue belt? How's the red belt? What's the red belt? Okay. We have a throughput limitation on the red belt. I need to upgrade this machine. Just use an upgrade planner on that machine. And speed it. Same with the yellow belt machine. Upgrade it and speed it. I know that's going to make twice as much as I really need, but yeah. You are going to add way more to your requests. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. My robots, I need a lot of the stuff stored. Just keep it going. It is now officially producing faster, I think, or as fast as my stack inserter can insert. Yay. Ideal. Most ideal of you. And then the limit, I think again, is this inserter, just being able to insert into this to keep it going, because yeah, that's a lot of gear wheels. It's so much that I'm going to add another on that side, and it can bring more steel gear wheels. In fact, it's so much that I am actually considering... no, the stack inserters are keeping up at 45 with the two of them. That's good to know. I was considering doing loaders and such, but just shifting the thing a tile and doing a loader in. But it looks like it's able to actually keep up at this point. I've got enough of those, so what's the limit here? It's just the inserter speed at this point. The stack inserters throughput. And in this location, I can't really get around that particularly easily. I just can't easily do that. However, yeah, see, these upgrade the previous, so I do need to have this in here. However, a long-handed inserter into that with a long-handed inserter here. Get rid of that. Take that blue belt back. And limit the output. That gives me room here to do that. That should vastly speed up the throughput on the greens. For as long as I have steel, mind you. And, well, I've scaled my steel and I've scaled my rare metals at this point, so I see no reason why I wouldn't be able to produce as much of this as I can out of this one thing, the full 7.5 out of here. So there you go. There's that issue solved. There's now going to be an issue with this for the same reason, in that I just don't have the inserter throughput on the gear wheels, the Immersium gear wheels. But there you go. Probably gonna have issues with the low density structures at some point, but we shall see. Enjoy converting all that stuff at 7.5 per second. I know one of these can consume 25 to make 1.25 per second, but I think we've done as much maxing out as we can on these belts. That's about as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, that's about as good as we're gonna get, and it will eventually fill up my requests. I'm sort of requesting twice that amount, so let's make sure that I have 200 stored to refill me whenever I come in, to make sure that I can always immediately refill myself if I need more than 100 at a time, and then start filling this with all of the beautiful superior belts. Alright, we good? I think we're good. I might not have enough gear wheels. We shall see. Here, have a bit more speed on you. Just a little bit more speed on you. Okay, I have enough. I have 66 singularity beacons now. We've taken enough time and we've been producing enough stuff for the singularity beacons. Huzzah. Which means that I can come over here and start placing down a lot of these beacons. Why do these beacons not actually have... Wow, that is a lot of beacons I needed. What? Okay. I apparently needed lots of beacon. Lots of bacon. Lots of bacon, wow. Alright. How did it go through 66 that quick? What? What? Sheesh. Like, how many could I possibly have needed? A lot. A lot is the answer. Huh. Really? Oh. Really? Really? Yeah, with the beacons in, it does change the amount of silicon. I think each one, actually, in the end, needs its own doohickey once we get all the stuff. Or maybe one every 2? think it's a purple for every 2, so let's get that brought out. Right, this... Ah, that's right. This doesn't... I don't need that much. There's 164.43 out of this. With this setup, I only need like 6, not even. So there's 4, 5, 6. Get rid of all of this. Like, I don't... This isn't needed at all. It's just eating up my space. In fact, get rid of that too, because something tells me that if I have all the beacons on here, that I might not even need that. So that's the full beaconing, and 4 is 144, 403, 504. What even was I going for on the components? 400. I was going for 400 on the components, so 4. I only need 4, not 5. All right. All of the singularity beacons are placed now. I just need to put all the stuff in, confirm that we are the same on the outputs, and then each... Yeah, it's 2 per purple. That's the goal here. It's 2 per purple for the silicon. Now we're good. Now we're flowing freely. We are flowing. Oh, really? Now what's the issue? Huh? There was something blocking the way. Oh, might have been extra silicon. I wasn't getting input here off of these 2. It was stuck. Alright. Good to know. Just as long as these keep flowing with the sand, we should be good. And just as long as my stone keeps coming in. That is this build finished. I now have the 400 electronic parts. Let's get going. So, what is next? Phew, copper. Finishing that copper. Let's do a restock. Quickly. Whatever I need to restock with. Of course, the beacons. I had a bunch of beacons, now I don't. Of these singularities. I have a bunch of extra regular bacon. Crispy, juicy, regular bacon. Speaking of the singularity beacons, where are they getting made again? Here. In need of energy control units. And the energy control units... Really? What? Dude. Dude. Like, seriously. Just freaking flow. Are all these connected? I think so. 2.8k. Yeah, I need a lot. Give me, 16,000. Give me all of them. Why are you limited? Don't be limited. Oops. Whoopsies. Well, that's death one. I am on the map. I know exactly where I died. Don't worry, game. I know. Actually, it's just straight south of where I was. Now to walk slowly, and just keep in mind that logistics goes off when you die. For some reason, I don't quite understand why. Yeah, need to pay closer attention when you're doing stuff at the mall. Train station. Just trying to follow that train because it shouldn't be limited. I'm getting a stack a second. I'm literally getting a stack every second. There. Finally. Give me my everything, please. And then turn that back on. Well, that was fun. Now I have I think that was technically the wagon? Not the train? I don't know if that assigns the locomotive as a death counter. Oh yes, that's right. I have remembered. I need a train station named because I have a new copper-tiered person on my Patreon. They upgraded from iron to copper, or from coal to copper. Coal. Whatever the $1 was, up to copper. And that was... Excuse me, spelling. There we go. Kibinuchiosu. Or Kibinuchios. That is a name. Okay. Phew. There we go. Well, that was exciting. First death of the series in episode 70. Oh boy. First real death. I know I've lost my car a bit. 4.5 gigawatts. 4.6 gigawatts. It's ticking at. Sheesh. Sheesh. Anyway, 43 singularity beacons now. 44. It's just climbing and climbing and climbing. So yeah, this is better output, but we can go even better, can't we? I know we can do better than that. I know that we can do better. The power of bacon compels you to do better. That's better. Almost 1 per second. Yeah, that's better. I like that one. Make me every single energy control unit you possibly can. Have I done the lithium sulfur battery scaling yet? No. No, I have not. That's on the agenda. I'm pretty sure I have not. I have. I have here. This. I apparently have done more of the batteries. additional batteries. It is moving. It is producing stuff. Once it gets all of its lithium. Yeah. Lithium! I need to scale lithium. I need more lithium. And I'm just gonna say screw it on the whole of the chlorine, everything. I'm gonna keep this productivity on the HCl stuff, and I know it's gonna give me more chlorine. Ultimately, it's a closed loop system. I don't like need anything in here. Because it's always gonna have enough chlorine and always gonna have well, I'll need the hydrogen for the HCl, I think, because this gives back chlorine. I always need the hydrogen. But that's the easy part. Hydrogen is the easy part! Ish. I will need to scale that quite a lot, though, and I may need to mine faster / more mineral water. Ah, my one use of Nixie tubes, telling me that I am full of water. But first, though, is the copper. It has been 36 minutes. I want to get a bit of progress done in this video, because I know it hasn't been too awfully much progress ultimately today. I would like to get over to where I'm doing my copper and have a look at that. Because, I mean, what have I done? Really? Like, plastic, I think? Even I'm forgetting the things that I have done today. I've finished the scaling of the electronics. Like, that's it? I need to say that I've improved something or other a bit more. I focused on getting my belts going quickly. That was a thing. Ah, speaking of which, there's the purple upgrade finished on all of this. Yep, that's all dead stop for now, but oh, wait, what? You can go super fast. 180 is what I think I got that scaled for. 180 to 260. Copy. Paste. Do I have the everything for this? I'm certain I have the everything for that. Really? Fluid burners? Why was I not requesting fluid burners? What? That makes 0 sense. Also, get rid of all limits on that station. Oh noes, I took damage. Oh noes. I'm just going back for a quick restock. Very quick restock. There you go. Whoopsies. Wanted to get rid of that few units of copper for the fluid burners in particular. Oh, great. I have 88 singularity beacons now on me. Yeah, it's gonna be... The baconing continues. The baconing is even faster now. We've got faster production of bacon, so I can bacon more bacon. Yeah, it's glorious. Glorious bacon. Speaking of bacon, gonna need the glass soon, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna need to think about the baconing of the glass sooner rather than later. Similarly with these military tech cards, that's gonna need to scale up drastically. Oh hi, you are filling very quickly. I am happy about that. Yes, place all that. And well, I guess the outputs can be here, right? Well, inputs, quote unquote. Da, 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 da. Let's go. How you doing? You need water? Of course. And you need sulfuric acid. Of course. There you go. Enjoy the stuff. And the things. Warehouse. That will be... what I do here. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, how much do I actually need on the output of this warehouse is my actual question here. Once all this starts gone through its backup, is this declining or is this increasing now? This is decreasing. So 6 times 90, I mean obviously that's a really big number. 5,400. That is, or 5,400, 540, off by a factor of 10. Yep, that adds up. Those numbers make sense to me anyway. We are good. We are great, even. Though oddly, 6, 189, 188, huh? 189. 188. 188. 189. This should decrease slowly very slowly. It's less than 1 difference here. It'll decrease really slowly, and I should be able to get that whole 201. Wow, I am not able to actually bring in the copper fast enough now. Hey, how about you bring in all of my trains of copper at all times. Just keep bringing me the copper. That's going to be the new limit, is just the copper input. So now I have the copper, theoretically, as well as the plastic and the steel to vastly scale the low-density structures, which are going to primarily be used to make the huge setup for the singularity beacons, or the very expensive setup for the singularity beacons. We are almost at the point where it's like, just build the infrastructure on the science to get the 10 science per second that I'm currently looking at, and then it's like, get the power for the scaling, and then we'll be done. We are actually pretty close to the end of this series, I would say within the next 10, 20 episodes, maybe? Before episode 100, I would say that we will be done. But with that, folks, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Showboat. If you have enjoyed today's video and the series thus far, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below the video. Consider hitting that great big blue join button to become an erudite otaku and turn that blue button gray, as well as provide additional recurring support through Patreon at patreon.com/otakushowboat if you are so inclined and able. And I will, of course, see you all on the next one.